Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 361. The title of today's lesson is the difference between unseeable and invisible. Yeah, this sometimes is a question that comes up. They do sound like they're almost the same thing, but in this video I will try to clarify where we're more likely to use one than the other one. So let's look at the note here. If someone says that something is invisible, it means that it cannot be seen at all. Usually because it's transparent, that's one of the main ways. That means you actually see through it. Too tiny or hidden. Okay. Let's continue. If someone says that something is unseeable, it is almost impossible to see, usually because it cannot be perceived with the eyes. The eyes can't tell that it's there. Okay, let's continue. When we use the word invisible to mean too tiny or hidden, or we often use words like almost, because by its nature, invisible usually means transparent. So if it's just too tiny, we often say that it is almost invisible or nearly invisible, because it's just so tiny that our eyes can't see it. So a lot of times we will add a word like almost or nearly, which we don't usually use with unseeable. With hidden, because it became invisible. Or if it's hidden, we might say that it became invisible because maybe something covered it. All right, let's go on. Invisible means it cannot be seen at all. Unseeable does not mean it cannot be seen. It means it cannot be perceived. So one cannot distinguish its actual form. Okay. The question came up with a topic about black holes. Where recently, I think NASA created a computer-generated image around the black hole so you could distinguish it. But if they didn't do it, it would have been unseeable. Okay. Black holes are not invisible. You still see blackness, so it's not invisible. You just cannot distinguish where it begins or, where it may end. So therefore, we say that it's unseeable, even though it's right there, but you can't see it because the blackness around it looks exactly the same. In the same sense, if a chameleon, like the little lizard type creature, chameleon, changes his colors to blend in with the background, he may be unseeable. Again, he wouldn't be invisible. He'd be right there. But in this case, this is a case where you would probably use unseeable. He's not really invisible. Invisible by its nature is usually transparent. For example, a poltergeist is a type of invisible ghost. So we've seen this in movies, and we've also seen people have like videotapes where it seems like things are moving around a room, a chair may roll across the floor, or a computer pops on, or you've even seen papers fly out of a file or something like that with nobody there, which would suggest that there is some force or possibly a ghost. In this case, this ghost would be called a poltergeist, but you do not actually see a form there. It's completely invisible. So if there is something there and it's not some wind or other explanation to it, then that type of a ghost would actually be invisible. You only can understand or figure out it's there because it's moving things with its force. Okay. So, just like, of course, wind and air, we know wind and air is there, but, unless wind or air has some sort of another gas or another substance in it, we can't see it. It's invisible. We see right through it. It is transparent. Okay, well, I hope this video helped give you a better idea when we would probably say something is unseeable and when something is invisible, because they can be tricky just by the nature of how we talk about them. Anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it was clear. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.